What's up, guys? It's your girl Wintana, and you're tuned into the Bittersweet podcast. As you know, Rahel is away on holidays at the moment, so I have a really special guest on the podcast today. I'm actually really excited. I have my girls. I've been trying to do this for a hot minute, but yeah, let me just introduce you to, well, you already know Milena because she's been on the podcast a couple times, but actually let you guys introduce yourselves. Let them know who you are.
Alright, my name is Febin. Me and Winnie have been friends for a while. I've seen Bittersweet podcast grow from the ground up, and it's been really amazing to see how much it's grown and finally participate, which is sick.
Hey, you're so cute, Feb.
I'm dying. I guess I'm Ruta. I don't have much to say other than I'm excited for the episode.
Yes.
What's up? I'm Milena B. Hopefully y'all remember me from last episodes. If you don't, what's up? I don't know what I do, but I'm here to have a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get started.
Guys, I didn't expect you to go into like
Okay.
it was just it was just you name dropping really.
Okay, cool.
But we're gonna, because obviously the room is tense. I'm feeling like tension right now. Everyone's a bit nervous. So we're gonna do some icebreaker questions to get you guys more comfortable. So I want to start off by asking celebrity crushes. I'm interested in knowing who is your celebrity crush and who's your guilty celebrity crush, like from back in the day.
Guilty?
Guilty, like, do you know how you have that one and it's like, can I mention him, or is it a little
Like
bit?
not like he's like unconventionally cute.
He's not cute.
Ugly
Yeah.
cute, but you know, people
Or
don't
even not
accept
ugly
it.
cute, just
or
like
like potentially controversial.
Ooh, that okay. Oh, I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah, this one's hard.
Okay, give me your celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush.
Are we gonna do it based on like race, like white boy, black boy?
Oh, actually, well, I remembered now. Speaking of white boys, I did have a huge thing for Eminem for a second. I don't know
That's
if he's
crazy.
controversial,
That
but
is yes.
it was like, yeah, and I used to think like I was just obsessed with
What was it? His
know.
flow, his
I think
music,
it
or
was
his.
one of those things where I got into. It's like, you know, when you listen to a song or you get into an artist for like a second, and then you just I go all in when I'm into somebody. So I was into his songs. I watched 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's it. It's a wrap. Like, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
And then
Talk into the
I'm
mic.
hooked. Yeah. And then so there was a time where I was really writing for Eminem.
So this is your
And I
guilty. This is your
I
guilty
feel like
celebrity
it was
crush, or it's
guilty.
like a.
Now I still feel like I can rock. Like I still respect him as an artist, but like at the time I thought it was a bit. Yeah.
It was a bit.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Eminem actually said that he hates black women.
Oh my
well,
Lord,
it
what
is
the hell
controversial.
going
I think
on?
he
Take it back.
apologized. No, I think he apologized.
Wait,
for
what?
it or
In what
something. I
context?
actually don't know. All I know is that a comment like that was made where he literally like said something like, "I hate black women." Or something.
I'm thinking,
Damn.
how can this man, who's literally just like piggybacked off black culture, hate
Yeah,
black
that's
women?
insane.
What's
Yeah,
going
I don't
on?
know. There was probably an apology after it, but like you said what you said. So
Yeah, and I think there was a thing where he said the N-word one time, or like he said.
I'm
not
sure.
even surprised
I'm
about that,
not
yeah.
surprised either. But
Okay, well, I'm gonna go in with mine because I
Yeah.
feel like you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
Wheezy FA.
That's a good one. Nah, dude, that's a good
I don't
one.
even know why.
Yeah, that's
I
facts.
love.
No,
Wheezy.
but we
Yeah,
don't.
facts.
It's definitely my guilty one. I just feel like there was a point in my life, and it was just like a time period of my life where I was like, I kind of like Lil Wayne. Like it was a crush, like a real crush.
Yeah.
And I think there was it wasn't just me. I feel like there was a movement happening where girls were just like going for this guy.
He had girls.
He had
What do you
girls.
mean?
he had really like
Lauren
girls-
London.
Lauren
Come on now.
London.
Yeah, Lauren
Oh, I
Was it
London.
Christina Milian? Does he have a baby with Christina Milian, or am I tripping?
No, you might be right, but
I think so. I think they were
yeah, he was
together.
I was definitely feeling him back in the day.
I still low-key feel him. I feel like
Yeah.
He's
know
he's looking a bit
he's
questionable
no,
these
he's-
days. I don't know
His eyes,
what's
his
going
eyes,
on.
I feel like he has really honest eyes. It's just
Maybe
really-
he's so miskin though. I've
so
heard so
miskin,
many
that's what I'm
things about
saying.
him. Like he's been
Honest
through
eyes.
it.
I love that.
They're so
honest eyes.
big, and if you actually just look at his eyes with a.
I feel like his eyes are like closed a lot of the time, or like really just kind of like
No, when he's talking about things that are important, like when you see his interviews and stuff, I just feel like I'm reading his eyes a lot.
Okay.
Because they're just looking at me first.
I never.
don't
That's
know.
not. I don't know what that. I think it was more his music for me, and like
His music,
his just like confidence.
His
I like when a
swag.
guy is really
Yeah.
like confident, especially when they're rapping. It's like okay.
Storytelling. Yeah.
I cannot think of like someone who.
It could be a character too, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't
I
have to
don't
be
know.
like a
I can
rapper
think of
or an
like
artist.
people that is 10, like they're a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
James Momoa, Khal Drogo.
Really?
Yeah,
James
10 out of
Momoa.
10.
I have to look him up. Who's that?
Jason Momoa?
Lisa
I've watched
Bonet's
Game of
ex.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Lisa Bonet's husband
Wait,
I think they broke up.
or ex or whatever.
Yeah, Lakeith.
Lakeith.
I
But
think
did
he's
we
ugly
do
cute. I
we
think he's ugly cute.
do we even like him anymore? He shouldn't even be getting a
Why?
mention.
What did he?
Lakeith.
Secret family and all.
Secret Family. You guys didn't hear about James Momoa. Okay, no, that's not really guilty. Rita.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta have a
He's
guilty one.
cute.
You know, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Lakeith, guys. He
Yeah.
literally had. I thought he was really like the up there black guys. I was writing for him, and then he proposed to this woman, and at the same time, he has like a secret baby and family basically with another woman. So that was really sad.
What a great segue.
Why are men like that? I actually, I hate
It's very
that so
scary.
much,
It's
man.
very
It's so scary. It's like
How do you lead that? Personally, I feel like me, knowing myself, like I'd find those things out. Like I feel like I'm a bit crazy. I'm crazy.
Absolutely.
And I would know if like something's off.
Yeah.
And I would do the
She knew
research
though.
required. Oh, she knew.
So the woman that he ended up marrying, they knew each other for like 5 months or whatever.
yeah.
She knew about them. She just, she cuffed him. I don't think she cares. You know what I mean?
that's wild
Power
to me.
her.
I know.
I just
No integrity, really.
couldn't be
Literally,
me,
it could never
but
be me, to be
yeah.
honest. Okay, so no one. Okay, what about your current crushes?
No, I don't know why his name's completely slipped, which is embarrassing. But like, who's the black guy with the English accent that was
Idris
almost-
Idris Elba?
Idris is gorgeous. Love Idris.
Yeah.
So that's obviously not my guilty. I'm trying to think of a guilty. I like Jason Stratham, the bold guy that like plays like all these really like intense.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
He's beautiful.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, Jason.
Is he an
Stratham?
actor or
Is
is
he
he
black?
like
He's black,
okay.
yeah?
Wait, is he action?
He's white.
Does he do
Oh, the
action?
bold one that was married to, has like
Yeah,
the
he's
model.
married to this supermodel.
Yeah.
There's
That's
something
such an
about
odd.
him.
That's going to. That's the other
way.
category.
He
That's
was,
the
he was. He's a guilty.
I don't know what's going on.
Can I see? Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
Might
can
as well
actually watch
say
him
Vin
when
Diesel.
He's acting. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
got, like,
I see it,
serious,
I
like,
see it.
Strong, like I
can see
got
it.
you.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
You know what? Now that I
that
think about it,
sexy vibe about him, and like he's pulling supermodels, so clearly I'm not the only one to be.
Yeah. I suppose. I think any guy. Action. Anyone like that
In
does action
action?
films,
Right.
like The Rock or whatever. I think that's guilty pleasure. I
Yeah.
find that such an
Yeah,
odd,
yeah.
yes, you're right.
odd taste.
Would you consider Biggie? Biggie's not a guilty pleasure.
It is.
Biggie's got like a sexy
But he's got a sexy
gangsta
flow
element
to him. Biggie. It's
You're
like
telling
when
me
you
if a
hear
Biggie
him
just
like-
walked past you?
if a Biggie is different to Biggie. It's,
Damn.
he's like that because he's Biggie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
two different things.
Definitely carries himself.
Yeah.
Carried himself well.
Yes, charisma, I
So
suppose.
yeah, he's like massive guy. Like I don't know if I'm necessarily attracted to like
Big man.
I want like and
Big boy season.
because I don't go gym or anything.
Yeah.
So I really can't be like I want to be super fit, but I think I like a man.
I think that's all
I
right to
like
have a
a man who's got a
standard.
You can
Some
have
something
you can
to
have
him,
a like a preference of what you like to date as well, because I
Yeah.
feel like people also go for people like having like to date bigger men, and some people just like to have like, you know.
No, but
I'm pretty sure
he
we spoke
wasn't.
about-
He wasn't chubby. He was
A big boy.
big boy. Like
He's a
I'm
big
very
boy.
unhealthy big boy.
Yeah.
Like
Do you think he was
scary.
very unhealthy? I don't think.
I don't know if
Biggie
it's
was,
very
like-
unhealthy, but it's
we don't know what his
different.
lifestyle.
Mm.
I
But
mean,
like,
by
it's
these
morbidly-
days, maybe no. By these standards
Okay, by
of
back
today,
then, yeah.
Maybe back then he was, considered like a big boy.
Okay, well,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
he was a big boy. Like there was no
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
denying
in the
that.
bush. It was just like, there's bigger
Yeah.
now.
That's true.
Yeah, but you know what? Speaking of like, I think now we're trailing on the category of white guys. But I'm like,
Theo
look, I
James.
have a
Theo
few
James.
now that I
Theo
think about it.
James.
Please
Drop them because I need to
James.
look them up
Okay,
as well.
what's
Guys.
his name?
Do you watch White Lotus? The White
Yeah, I
Lotus?
do.
I haven't I was only started watching season 1 and it was getting boring. Everyone says you need to watch season 2. But Theo James, who was in like The Divergent,
Yeah.
Have you watched Divergent?
Yeah,
He's
I
in
have
the
watched
second
it.
season.
Yeah,
Season
yeah,
two
yeah.
of Lotus.
But he's in
Oh,
season
that's
2. Which one was
With
he?
Daphne.
He's the husband.
Oh,
The
Daphne.
He
trifling
is
husband.
beautiful.
Trifling.
Stunning.
He's
He's
so
trifling, but he was so
amazing.
fine.
Yeah,
He's conventionally fine though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
very,
I don't think
very
he's
fine.
not. Like, so
Typical.
who's
The guy from oh my gosh, now I'm slipping up as well. Wedding Crashers.
With the broken nose,
absolutely.
Owen
No,
Wilson.
no,
Not Owen Wilson, not the Owen Wilson.
No,
Please-
the
oh,
other
I was gonna say that one. I
There was
don't.
a moment. There was
Sorry.
a moment. I was into.
He's got brown hair. I forgot his name though.
Seth
Wedding
Rogen?
Crashers.
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of comedians.
Seth Rogen
comedians.
is lit just for
The
fun.
brown hair, Milena.
Show me. Show me.
Hey, pull up a nice photo, yeah.
Hate
You're
him.
cooked.
What's his
She
name?
needs help.
He actually irritates me as an actor as well. Like
Okay,
if
fair,
he's
fair.
in movies, like it's not that he's not good. I think he's a good actor. Like I just don't think he's
could get
attractive.
it, yeah.
Where is he now?
Was
I have
he
not seen
in
him.
Pulp Fiction, or is that another
No,
guy?
no, no.
That's John
another-
Travolta.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
god,
it
I
is.
like John Travolta too.
Wow.
John Travolta, I get that
At
though.
his day?
It's Vim. It has to do with like his energy though.
You liked him in
He's
Hairspray?
weird.
Huh?
Did you like him in Hairspray? He killed it.
He was the best.
He
Yeah.
did kill it.
Was
though.
he the dad?
Killed it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He was the dad, wasn't
He
he?
was the mom.
The
but-
mom. He killed it.
my
You- I did not
That's what I
know.
get from that. He's a
Yeah.
diverse
Literally, I did not know it was him until like.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
killed that. He
killed
really
it.
killed that. I definitely think for my current crushes though, I have like Joey Badass is really there.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave East. A lot of people don't.
I
Rutan
don't know
does
what
not
he
see
looks
it.
like.
I don't
Let's
rate
see what
him.
he
He's
looks
a
like.
typical like light-skinned, beautiful person.
So you think he's beautiful?
I think
A
he's
lot of people.
gorgeous,
He's
but I think
gorgeous.
You know, when there's men that are just like too perfect.
He's not too perfect. Let's
I
relax.
think he's
Definitely
perfect.
not.
I think he's
Rutan
too
does
good.
not find him cute at all.
At
At
all.
all.
Why?
His eyes are too close together. I'm just
Melena's like boring.
It's very.
I don't want to be
I don't
specific
know. When he
like
came
that.
out, I was
Alright.
like, he's so cute. Are you joking?
alright.
Look at him. Look at his smile.
You know, sometimes people like you can look at people sometimes it's really not the right way to look at things, but sometimes you can tell people's personality from the way you look at them. Sometimes,
Yeah, no,
which
I
is
think
not nice. You shouldn't judge people like that. But there's certain like actors or artists, like celebrities. You look at them, you're like, there's something about you that just
that rubs you
irritates
the
me.
wrong
'Cause
way.
The actor that I was saying, oh my god, what's his name?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Thank
Oh
you.
my
Vince.
God,
I was
it
like
just came to my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vince Vaughn, on everyday basis, he probably would annoy the shit out of me. But like,
Who
I
is
think
Vince
it's
Vaughn?
from his
Is he
movies.
Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, from Wedding
Yeah.
Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
From movies and just like his charisma in movies, like his witty. That's his whole character. He has like witty humor. That's the only reason he's like I find him attractive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand that. I
But
mean, but the thing is, I don't look at them and then there are some people, but like Dave East, for example, I was crushing heavy. I was like, this guy is listening to
He
his
came to the
music.
show, he was
And then I
supposed
saw
to
him
come,
on,
wasn't he?
I think so, Lip Service. You know Angela Yee? She has a podcast, the one from Breakfast Club.
I know
Okay.
Angela Yee,
Anyway,
right.
she was on it, and then she has a separate podcast, and I was like, oh, like you're just you're giving like just, you know,
What? He's just.
I don't know.
Personality sucks.
Street.
Is that what you're saying?
just very just
Bland.
bland, but like very like just regular ass like
Just regular.
But it's not even regular. It's like very boyish with the things that he says, and he wasn't just. He's funny and he's like a good time, but I feel like I wasn't getting what I thought I was gonna get.
Do you feel like back in the day they had better sort of like celebrity crushes? Like they had the Denzel Washingtons, they had all them.
the back
yeah,
in the
back,
day,
yeah, just like it
as
was
in like
way
the Idris
better.
Elba
I never
era.
thought of it, but
Yeah,
true,
but even younger,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they
older
had like
than-
what's his name,
Denzel.
Morris Chestnut.
yeah, like that
like
era.
that.
I feel like there was so much
Right.
better.
Beautiful.
Don't know a single one of their names, but I know their faces.
I
Yeah,
actually
same.
saw the you know, do you guys remember the movie The Best Man?
Yes.
Yes.
They started, like, they have a series now, and it's starring all the same cast. Everybody who's in the movie,
Okay.
they created this, like, limited series. I don't know when it came out, but it was recent. They all aged.
Oh, like badly though?
Like, well,
No, like,
Badly. Horrific.
I mean, they're still
Horrific.
beautiful, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, Morris Chestnut, for example.
No.
Yeah, he's in it still. Who's the guy from, like, what's her name? Sanaa Lathan's still in it. And I'm trying to think of who else. Like, everyone's in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Obviously they've aged, so they just don't look as on point as they used to.
Even like the do you remember like Medea's family reunion, or it was like Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Yeah.
Like the guy, the light skinned guy on it.
Michael
And then
Ealy?
they were all in that movie.
Is that Michael Ealy?
Think like a
Yeah,
man.
Think Like a Man.
Yeah.
I feel like they were attractive.
Ealy.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
were
God.
all.
No,
attractive.
Michael Ealy,
he's just-
Ealy.
That's I
He was fine once upon a time, and then he did that
What do you do?
movie. A movie can really change the way you see
Oh,
someone.
I know exactly.
Can
For
re-
Dear Colored Women.
No, Dear
Four
Colored
Colored-
Woman.
Oh,
It wasn't.
Four
It
Colored
wasn't.
Women.
It
I'm so
wasn't
sorry.
that one. It was
That was phenomenal, by the
the
way.
one where he was with. It wasn't. It was a Tyler Perry movie.
What did he
He
do?
was crazy.
Yeah, he killed the children. No spoilers.
No, there's that one, but there was another one that he did. I'm pretty sure. And he was with that. I don't even know if it was a Tyler Perry movie. Actually, he was crazy, like really, like just violent with his wife. There was-
Was it?
and he was
no,
scary.
that's Terrence Howard. Never mind.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was.
Yeah,
Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard.
I got them
plays the
confused
bad
at one
guy
point.
in every
Terrence
movie.
Howard
He's such a good bad guy.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
is a good
god,
bad
that's
guy.
what makes him sexy. He's just like, but I don't know. He's a
Man.
Wait,
good
is he the one from?
Man, why does he sound like
Oh,
that
you're
though?
talking about the one from
Empire.
Empire. No. Let me check.
the voice
Okay,
The
put your mic up
voice
like
there.
this.
Sorry.
Like twist it up. Yeah, like that. So
Okay.
That we get you.
That's better.
Let me find it actually.
The voice kills me. Yeah, you're right. He
his
has a bit more of
headset-
a higher pitched voice,
Yeah.
but he's and
But
I
his
just
headset-
love how he
Like, it
plays
never-
the bad guy.
I feel like it never like made him look any less sexy because of the way he carried himself. His voice.
I don't know. I
I
don't.
can't find it.
That's true. He was on Empire.
That's I just like remember him, like in Empire. That's the
That
focal
was him,
point
I know,
of
I got over Empire quickly.
very, very quickly.
It's just
They had a
became
few
bit of
songs
But I
downloaded
love
though.
Taraji. I can't
I had a
lie.
few songs downloaded though.
Yeah.
Really?
From
Same,
like their original soundtrack. Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna find it. All right, let's move on to the next question, the next icebreaker, guys. If you had a choice of choosing the love of your life, somebody that you were just like you found your person in every way. Melina, I know you're in a relationship, but you know this is
Yeah.
still or your passion, like you could pursue your passion, your dream job, career, lifestyle, whatever it was, and it was one or the other. What would you settle for?
Isn't it so interesting that like the first choice is so singular? It's like you find your one person, and then the second choice it's so like it has so many components to it. Like it's like they need to build something so big to even compete against finding your soulmate. It's like a passion in your work, career, love, blah, 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 blah. There's so many things that like build it up, and then it's just your soulmate.
Your soulmate, yeah.
That's how powerful your soulmate is. That's how like I see
I
it.
get what you're saying.
That's true, because finding someone that like ticks all your boxes, not even your like. I feel like it's not even boxes. It's like an internal connection that you can find. Someone that understands you, and is there by your side is not going to be something that you're guaranteed in life. It's really hard,
Not
and
at
it's
all.
like, I think, I don't know. Maybe as we're getting older, we're realizing like that something like that is so much more valuable than a lot of other things, or it's just like it's not easy to come across because you know you've dated, you've seen people, you know what it's like. So if you could find someone where it's just like that click, it is nice, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I would think I would pick the former. Like I think I would pick the soulmate just because it like that's such a human experience. Like that's imagine that someone who fully understands you.
Yeah.
Just I feel like it's so I don't know.
It's not easy to find.
It's not
Yeah.
easy to
You're
find.
right, you're right about that.
But
But
I can
do you think you could
understand.
do you think
It's
you'd
a
be content
51-49.
with like finding that person, but then also just like work, like just you'd be content being in somewhere that's like not really your, like settling for a job that's not your passion?
I think okay, fair enough. Like maybe not your passion, but something that's still I don't know.
Pays the bills.
It's not even pays the bills. Like something that
Interesting.
still
Keeps
you going
interests
to
you.
it every day. Yeah.
Something that still like inspires you, or it's still is fulfilling. It might not be like your passion, like something that is all encompassing. You could sacrifice everything in your life to just do this one thing. It might not be that, but it will definitely be something that still fulfills me to a certain extent.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it provides something.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
I think I agree with you on that as well. I would probably pick the soulmate just because you could, I guess pursue your passions or whatever. You can be super successful, have, 7-figure salary every year, whatever. But I feel like you could still be very lonely and still feel some like lack of fulfillment or this sense of like something's missing in my life. But I feel like with your soulmate, like I mean, I don't know. Are soulmates even real? Like,
That's
really
a different. That's a whole different conversation.
Because I mean, but this idea of the fairy tale of what we understand to be a soulmate is someone who you just like, you know, you guys are drawn together and they're perfect for you and you're perfect for them. I agree. I think it's super rare. It's such a beautiful thing. And I think, yeah, I would probably be okay with, like, I guess not doing something that's my passion. And just having like my life partner with me like till the end. I think that's special.
The way you said it, Feb was like,
I
don't like you. It's like you didn't want to say it. Like, is this the wrong answer?
Well, I don't know, because it's like when you're looking at it purely, you know, objectively and whatever. Like, why wouldn't you want to go for your passion? It's like something that you're so like. This is potentially could be, you know, your life calling, your purpose. So when you think about it in that context, then maybe you should be going for, you know. But if you don't feel super strongly about that, or if you don't feel like you've got something that you're super, you know, obsessed with, you feel like this is what my calling, my destiny is in this life, then having like a life partner who, you know, you can depend on, rely on, who's in, you know, this thing called life with you together for the rest of your lives. Like, I think that's just so.
But it's so interesting because it could be so relative, like picking your whatever you're passionate at. It's like, okay, you were born like 70, 80 years ago. Okay, you're passionate in becoming like, I don't know, like an industry worker or something. And you look at the world now and it's entirely different. It's so relative to the time, but finding your soulmate is timeless. Like like it doesn't change.
But I think the question is like, it's for your lifetime. So it could be, even though it changes if you were to live in a different lifetime, or it's relative to the time you live in, it's still relevant to your life now because it still fulfills you. Like it's that burning passion, that's something that, you know, that you want to do. So I get that finding a soulmate is timeless, but it's also like, this is something for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you ladies. I feel like if I had a choice, it would be dream job, just because I just feel like maybe I'm thinking of me first, but in the end of the day, like you said, Rita, there is components to it. I just feel like with a dream job, it's not just gonna help me. I assume if I'm in my passion, like if I'm in my dream job, I'm going to be successful.
Yeah, of course.
So I feel like I can help more people around me. I can help like my family, my friends, like we'd all be going up, you know?
Yeah.
So I see that as like, maybe it's a bit less selfish. I don't know. And it's not to say that finding your soulmate has to just be selfish, and it's because we all deserve love in the end of the day. We all deserve to be with someone that we find like we connect with for life. But I just think like, maybe I'm also realistically, I don't know if I believe in soulmates as well, now that I think about it. Yeah. Even though, like, I have a partner or whatever, I just feel like you have to work at it regardless. I feel like it's not always going to be perfect. I don't think there's perfect. And if I had to pick, I just pick my dream job. And then, you know, at least if I'm secure within myself in that aspect, because I feel like that will take a lot of, you know, things for me in my life, then finding the person that I can share it with doesn't seem as...
I get exactly what you mean. But I think in this scenario, it's not necessarily I believe right now there's a chance I'll meet my soulmate. But in the hypothetical where there was a possibility where this is path one and path two, and I get to guarantee meet my soulmate, I would. And it's not saying that you're... following your passion or anything like that it literally is a 49-51 for me. It's not like this huge disparity. Like, oh my God. Like it's very close. But I just find that, like, I don't know if it's on a spiritual level or like on a human level, where it's like your career is something like our society has built this thing and you're contributing to society and you want to do something worthwhile. And I love that. Like, that's what we should do. But something that is so like human, like so just emotion based, like I would love to experience. I don't know, I just value that a little bit more. But I get exactly
that. I do. And I like when you said that. Like, I would love to experience that kind of like deep love. Like, it would be beautiful. But then, I don't know, I think I don't even like see it as a career. Like, I think I see your passion as like, it's not, I don't see it as a job, because I think so many things can come out, especially when you look at it from like a unconventional kind of way. It's not just like I'm working and I'm climbing up the ladder, but it could just be like I'm doing this, and because of this I'm branching out into this, and I'm doing this, and like you said, like I'm helping my family, I'm with my friends, I'm doing something that I truly love. And you know, I feel like you could be traveling the world with it. It almost becomes, it's a part of you. And that's why for me, I would choose it. And I think, like, I don't know, it's as much as a soulmate, I'm like you, Melon. I used to, like, really think, like, soulmates are. But I think you have so many soulmates. I think soulmates is, like, you can find soulmates in your friends. I think you can find soulmates in...
soulmates.
Yeah, like, I really think that. And I think I'm not going to... I mean, I know the scenario is, like, you're going to find one person and that's what, like, the scenario is. But I do think that like one person can't be everything to you no matter what. Like there's always going to be like a shortcoming somewhere. And so I will find that love, I'm probably find someone that I love, but like it might not be this connection that, you know, the soulmate would have been, but it's still someone I love. I have my family, I have love around me. I feel like a lot of things can come out of finding your passion. Like I'm literally not going to call it a job, I'm going to call it a passion, because I feel like a job is so like boxed into what we think of like as jobs. So it's like, yeah, obviously I want a lover over a job, but I think like when you're in like your purpose, and it's like, you know, sometimes you also feel like this is something I'm meant to do, and I feel like that's more powerful than
but
having...
does passion and purpose like synonyms? I feel like passion, you can have a passion is like, I have a passion for fashion.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I actually don't. I'm just saying, you can have a passion towards something, but to have a purpose,
that's what I'm saying. So
is
if it's
different.
like your dream,
that they're both the same.
Feel like
I
when you're
agree.
saying this is your calling, maybe we'll say it's a calling,
Yeah.
like something that you want to. That this is your passion.
Yeah.
I think it becomes like, your purpose. I think there's like everything around it. Like there's a mission, there's a higher thing you're trying to serve. There's beyond, to the point where you're willing to sacrifice the love of your life or your dream, your soulmate. I think it has to be that. It has to be something more than just like, that job or like, just a hobby, passion or something. I think it's something that has impact behind it.
So it would be like, okay, finding your soulmate or finding
Your calling.
your purpose,
calling,
your purpose
calling,
for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of them like as synonyms.
The
to
same,
be honest.
yeah.
In that moment,
I wasn't thinking of it
them
like
as
that.
huh?
I was thinking of it
and
like
that's-
passion, like, you know how
have a
some
passion for
people,
singing,
you know how
yeah.
people like have things that they, you know,
But that's why I
like,
said that you
and
could
they-
use it to like do different things with it. I don't think you could, like your passion is just like something that is a personal thing, but something that is like a calling, I feel like you can, you know, branch off into things.
Yeah.
And like,
you could also put them together somehow.
yeah.
Somehow
you-
it could become your passion. Once you're like your calling, if there's something that you're good at, maybe people are like, oh, you're really good at customer service. Let's just say customer service. You have great people skills. That's your calling. That should be your calling. Because I've been told that before, where people are like, oh, that's your calling, and I'm like, oh, I despise like customer service, to be honest. But then it's like, if there were people that were open to maybe falling into that, then it could, you know, like the way you go into it could end up becoming your passion, right? So there's that as well. I don't know.
No, I think so too. I think they align. I think, but I guess the question is more like about your calling.
Well,
But
From that perspective, then I definitely agree with you both.
Yeah, from that perspective.
Like, that's something that brings you happiness in this life. Like, I think I agree with you in that a partner, whether it be your soulmate or not, is not going to be 100% perfect.
And you would hate to like choose that and then feel like a I don't know, especially if you feel like you had something that you wanted to go for and then you chose the love of your life. It would feel very like, just kind of like you missed out.
What a segue.
I think there will be resentment.
What a segue.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah, Michelle Obama. Last question, guys. I need a quick rapid fire answer. Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the dating scene in Melbourne? Rita.
Can it be negatives?
Rapid.
Please let it be negatives.
It has to be in the negatives. It's dead.
-1, -2, negative.
We'll do -1. I don't want to do that to Melbourne.
Okay.
But I just want to say it's just not great.
Feb.
It's not great, but I'm going to give it like a 3. Because I think I think there are people really out here genuine. I haven't personally come across them.
I haven't missed them.
The way she was like hyping it up. When you say I'm gonna, it's not, you know, I'm thinking about it. You're thinking of 5.
I was thinking 5 or 3.
No,
She's like,
let's
3?
be realistic.
Yeah.
1,000%.
It's really hard out here, I think. And I'd say a 3 because if you're open enough, I'm sure you can find what you're looking for. But if you know what you want and you don't want to compromise, it's not looking great.
Yeah. I haven't had a lot of experience dating here, but I would say like from the little experience, maybe like, okay, 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 because
So positive.
because I don't know. Like I don't know. You?
No comment.
You?
2, 1, 2 to 1, 1 to 2.
I think that's a
1
good-
to 2 because I feel like you don't have like there are no options.
Yeah.
You know, and when you do choose someone, I feel like it's I do feel like there's a bit of compromise, or like, you know, you don't really, it just there's not a lot happening in this city. And I feel like also we're talking dating scene, it's really hard to find someone if you're not even if you are active, even if you're going out to the events, even if you're whatever, using apps or whatever, even that is hard. So think about people that are not even actively dating or like trying to, they want to find someone but they don't know, they can't really be bothered going, you know, out of their way. It's just not if you were to be in like another city that has their like more options, you're going to bump into somebody somewhere. You're going to, you know, be running in the same circles. Melbourne just doesn't, it's not, I mean, I would even say Australia, but I don't really know the other cities.
I don't know.
But Melbourne definitely.
But just think how many people we know who have literally gone like overseas. Like you found your man overseas. I don't know if that's too much for the podcast. Sorry.
No.
There's like how many people have literally gone overseas and found their man.
You're
It's
right.
like it's
right
very.
about that.
I know
I
like
also
2
feel
people here.
People just go out on a, like, even on a holiday and then they find someone.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm telling you, that
you're
there
right.
are options.
I also feel like here, from the like experience that I had, it was there. I don't find, at least the men here weren't as open-minded.
And that's why I think it's really low. Like, it's
Open-minded,
hard to find someone that you can, I don't know, vibe with. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so Melbourne, pull up. Because, girls
Love you, Melbourne,
girls are
still
going
though.
overseas.
Girls are good.
We love the city. We love the city.
Yeah.
We can separate the two.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Since we are segueing into what was the last thing we said? Finding your passion.
Finding passion or purpose, soulmate. Michelle Obama now.
Michelle Obama. So if you guys haven't seen, like, there's a video that went out with Michelle, and she had the most iconic women on the panel. There was her, so Michelle, her, Angie Martinez, who's like my favorite interviewer, Kelly Rowland, and Winnie.
Her and Winnie.
And
Yeah, and
Beyonce's mom?
And Beyonce's mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, Beyonce's mom.
Tina Knowles. You have to say
Tina
about her.
Tina
name.
Knowles.
There you
Yes,
go.
yeah. She's her own, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Beyonce.
Call me.
Shout
Jump
out
on the
to Stitch
podcast.
Jump on the
Shout out everyone.
podcast.
Shout out Kelly Rowland. She's
Kelly
Rowland.
Kelly
Rowland
Rowland
comes to Australia, guys. Let's know who to
Oh my
shout
God,
out.
Kelly Rowland.
She's always here.
Shout out.
Anyway, she's been my favorite.
Yeah, straight up. Superfest.
Shout out Michelle. I don't know.
Michelle. Michelle. She did her thing.
Yeah.
Do you see Kelly Rowland in Superfest? That like
That was so rude.
What happened?
She did her thing.
She did her thing. What?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, yeah, Kelly
She
Rowland
killed it.
Superfest.
She performed.
And
Oh my gosh, she was phenomenal. She's
I'm sure she
aged
was.
amazingly.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
She's
looks
aged like no one has aged the same way Kelly Rowland has aged. Like
Yes.
stunning.
Stunning.
gorgeous, yeah.
I love Kelly, and she's so graceful, and she's so gentle when she
seems
talks.
really
and
sweet as
everything.
well.
She's so sweet.
But she's such a southern,
But
whatever
that's what I
the
love.
American southern.
She's southern.
Belle?
She's Houston.
Not southern belle like Angela Bassett. She's like a bit like
Yeah. Who? Angela Bassett?
no.
Like
Kelly
hood?
Rowland. She's a bit hood, a bit whatever.
Yeah. I think Beyonce is too. When I used to hear them on their interviews, Beyonce is just a lot more like behind the closet type of, like, not, you know.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She doesn't come out
Yeah,
and
she
do
doesn't
things,
come out
but
and
Kelly
speak really.
definitely has her like hood side to
Yeah,
her.
for sure.
But so Michelle Obama was talking about her relationship with Barack, and, like, you know, obviously everything that they've done to get them to where they are now, and like going through obviously him being the president and all of that stuff. But there was a moment that she said, I was with Barack for 10 years of our relationship. I was unhappy. And she was talking about how, like, you know, it was in context to a lot of young people these days giving up really quickly in relationships, you know. And then she went on to say, for 10 years of my life, I was unhappy in this relationship with him. And obviously it was because, like, I think various factors, like, he was busy with his work, she had kids, he wasn't as involved at the time because obviously he was, like, becoming the president, and there was just a lot of things that were just like not balanced. And I like that she said that a relationship is never 50-50. Like, at some points it's going to be 70-30, or you know, from his, like, him, like, putting in 30%, her putting in 70. Other stages it might be her putting in. Like, it's
Yeah.
always going to be imbalanced.
Yeah.
But two things that I want to talk about. One, would you stay with someone would you commit to a relationship for that long before you were to be like, sorry, this is not working out?
It
And
has
like,
to be like a Barack Obama in the sense that respectful, kind, success. You can't just be a
Driven.
regular
yeah,
degular.
like, he's trying to be a president.
Yeah.
My man is trying to
That's
be a
the thing.
president.
Yeah, like you have to
100%.
think realistically. You can't be just, you know what I mean? I'm not being disrespectful.
You know the guy from Rap Shit, Issa Rae's show, the Rap
Yeah,
Shit?
yeah.
You know the rapper boyfriend, even though we like him.
Sweetest, love him.
You can't be waiting around 10 years for
You
him.
can't. It's not realistic. Not realistic. And Michelle sacrificed a lot. Dude, she was making like 300, 400K. She was doing her thing.
Really?
Supporting him. He was just like a state senator.
What was she doing?
I have no idea.
Isn't
But
she
there
a
was
lawyer?
She was
law.
a lawyer, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, yeah.
In the, I don't know where she was like,
In the
yeah,
ranks.
in the ranks.
Yeah.
But she was supporting them. You know what I mean? She sacrificed a lot. But it's like, you have to think like long term. Like, what is the vision that you have for your family, for yourself? You know? So I think, sacrificing 10 years. And I don't even think it's specific to Michelle. Yeah.
But it's
Long.
conditional for you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
the
sacrificing.
light at the end of the tunnel when you're having to like. I think it really depends on the circumstances. Like
Yeah,
Ruta
I
said,
agree.
like you see this person is on like a clear path to success. They're working really hard to provide for you, for the family. They want to leave a legacy behind them. Like I can respect that.
Yeah.
But that's not enough. Like you got to see like, you know, that they're in spite of that, like they're validating you, they're reassuring you in the relationship. They're like, you don't just sit and wait for potential, and like that's potential in and of itself obviously is not enough. But if I don't know,
she
really
said,
depends.
I don't know. She said in the interview or the conversation discussion that like she still was like, okay, I disagree with you, but I respect you.
Yeah.
You're a kind person.
Yeah.
Like all of the other things that make the actual relationship, like that
Exactly,
interpersonal
yeah.
connection, still existed.
That's
but it was,
important.
but exactly. I think if that was absent
Yeah.
and you were just riding with him because he was going to be
was-
someone,
yeah,
that's a
then
problem.
She
Yeah.
respect.
I agree.
She did say that. She said she respected him. She could look beyond the relationship that they had and look at him as a person, and was like, I respect you. I respect the way you are doing your work, and kind of just all like what Ruta basically said. So I think for her it was like, yeah, I'm not happy right now, but I still value you as a person, and I think that was obviously
Yeah. No, I
enough.
respect
Plus,
that. You
yeah,
can't
it
be
was
always.
Obama.
There's gonna be times.
Your relationship's going to go through seasons.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be amazing honeymoon infatuation. I'm sure that left earlier, but like you definitely have to see this person still cares about the things that you care about.
Yeah.
That they're still like, you know, in this with you.
Yeah.
I feel like just in general, potentially our generation, like females in our generation, we go after what we want. We don't need to rely on somebody else.
I
for
was gonna
that.
lean into that.
And
yeah.
I think perhaps that's why a lot of the older generation stayed in relationships that they didn't need to stay in, is because, you know, potentially they were financially reliant on their partner, or, you know, there was so many different factors potentially which held women back. I feel like we're a lot more liberated now. And, you know, I'm not going to stay where I'm unhappy. I'm not going to stay where I'm abused or, you know, treated less than. And like, I feel like those definitely, I wouldn't fight through that really tough season if it means that, you know, I'm so unhappy that I went out of the relationship. Like, I don't
100%,
think, which is so
because-
fair. Why should we tolerate that? You know, there's a lot of people, there's a lot more men in the sea, and obviously it's not about, okay, I can always find another, but in terms of that self-fulfillment on a daily basis, like, do we feel happy in this relationship? Can we ride it out? Is this person worth me riding it out, supporting them? Okay, I'll take a back seat for a couple of years and support you, no worries, like I'll do what we need to do. But like, you know, you actually
And
have
I think
to-
you have, sorry, go Milena.
No, I was gonna say that last point I think is important. Are you worth fighting for? Is this relationship worth fighting for? And I think there's a way to kind of, I don't know, I think there's a way to still work at a relationship while still being like the modern women that we are, if that makes sense. Like still having some aspects from like the old times, I suppose. Because I think like you said, their relationships go through seasons for sure. That's the realistic thing of life. And just making sure that, you know, you're both very open about where you're at. That's really important, I think. And just like making sure that, you know, you both have like a clear idea of where is this actually gonna go. Like, are you actually working toward, like, what are we working towards? Do you see a future with me? Do I see a future with you? And then I think then the answer can be kind of like a bit more clear.
Have that mapped out. Like, so I've got to work like 12-hour days and I won't be able to see you, you know, for a couple months. But the plan is that I move to this next thing in like 6 months, which means more time with you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, tell me
you have to be, you're a team. You're like, you're not just like this, I'm in this relationship with this person. I think it's like, and that's why I feel like Michelle stuck around, because she knew the end goal. Like, this man was trying to become the president.
She believed in him, obviously.
She believed in him, but I think also she saw like him taking steps towards it, because you could believe in someone and you could just stick by them, but and they could be like, what are the steps? What are actions? I might have faith in you. I might believe in your potential. I might think that you're going to be on, like, you're going to go on to do great things, but if your actions are not showing that, after a while you can only be so patient. And I think 10 years, like, you're not going to stick around with someone who's not showing you that.
And that's also just a reflection of they don't believe in themselves, obviously.
You're not trying.
So you need to be also as people. And I think that's why, not to go back to the icebreaker question,
I love it still, good.
But like,
I love
this is what I'm talking about, like being very secure with ourselves. I think as individuals is so important, like finding our passions, finding our purpose. If I had that option, I would jump on that, because I just feel like once we're really secure with ourselves, I just feel like everything else is gonna feel so much more easier. That's what I.
You don't want to depend on somebody.
You don't
want to
depend on someone, and I feel like even if my man is hustling, like towards his goal, like doesn't mean I have to sit there and wait for him to like reach his goal. I'm busy writing, like doing my own thing. And as long as you've got your own thing going on, I just feel like it could end up being 10 years and you're just like, but again, just like being clear about where both of y'all are at, and are we both still in this relationship, or we two individual, are we roommates?
But there's a secondary component. Like, at this time, they had just had the kids. So it's like the first 10 years, they were like single. And then in the period when it was the toughest for them is when she had the kids. Like, I think that's a huge thing. Like, she was a working modern day woman, like career focused, and all of a sudden everything drops. She's a mother of 2. Her husband is like doing what he has to do. It's not like he's just upset because he's like, fuck it. He's upset because he's trying to, you know, build on his legacy. And she's here with 2 kids, and she's just stressed.
Of course.
So I think obviously
kids
that changes a lot of things.
That changes.
Also, it's like, fuck, you have kids now. You like, I can't just leave at the same time as well. I think a lot of other things factor into that. But then, I just think it comes down to the person and like what the person is doing to work toward. Like, have they changed? Because also, I think we need to realize that when you're in a relationship, especially if you're in one for like 5 years, like five plus years. And depending on when you met that person, people change, and you have to relearn who your partner is and all that, you know. So if he started off as a type of person, and then 10 years down the track he's become a different person, she needs to recognize that and decide, okay, is this is not the person I married, or do I want to be with this new person that he's becoming? And I think she loved who he was. As he was growing, as they were growing, she still appreciated and recognized like his value and like what kind of person he was. Because do you guys remember that movie, that Tyler Perry movie, Acrimony? Was it called Acrimony?
Oh my god, with Taraji P. Henson?
Man caused me so much stress. Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
She caused me stress.
She caused me off. I was watching it like, there is no worse I don't know, pain than like someone, I don't know, emotional abuse. Like, this person put her through hell. 18 years later, she's getting out of bed tired as fuck. I remember when she couldn't have kids anymore because he cheated on her, and she kind of went crazy and like did some.
That was completely her fault, though.
It was her fault. I can't lie, it was her fault. But it's like, don't come into my life.
What did she do?
She drove into his caravan. and like crashed.
as a-
Obviously,
oh,
she died.
she-
Like she crashed and like injured herself.
Okay.
And then-
But then
she wasn't unable to.
But
Yeah.
Tyler Perry, how dramatic
Tyler
that
Perry
is.
just does too much. Tyler Perry, did you hate black women or something? 'Cause
I
what's
love
going
Tyler
on?
Perry. Come on now.
What's going on there? The things that anyway, I do love Tyler Perry,
Yeah.
but it's just a bit like what's going
Well,
on?
he has a
going
very his view
Black
of black
woman
women are
trauma.
like this a lot of the time. when he
Very,
makes his
very much,
movies,
yeah.
but-
Anyway,
Yeah.
so basically, she's with this man. He is like a genius, supposedly. Like he's done a lot, and he's working on like this invention, and the invention for him is supposed to be like he's going to make it. He believes in himself. She believes in him because he was so smart in uni. That's where they met. Anyway, 18 years down the track, this man is still in that basement trying to fix this device, trying to make it work, trying to hustle and go find this.
Okay.
He's doing the most. What's going on? Because if you're not getting deals in the 18 years, if there's no movement in the
Yeah.
18 years,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean by Tyler Perry hates black women.
Yeah,
Because when she
fuck.
left, she didn't even leave. Like she thought he was cheating on her after she's been holding it down, jobs, cleaning, doing all this stuff to make sure that they have a roof over their
Financially,
heads.
everything.
Everything.
Okay.
What, within the next month, this guy just like miraculously gets the deal, the dream deal, whatever, gives her like, what was it, 10 million? And basically like he's with
So
another
she was
woman
counting
now.
like how many dollars, which is craziness, but she was counting how many dollars she spent on him. And then he paid her back to the cent, everything. But he had made all these promises like when I finally, make it, I'm going to buy this yacht, Mr. and Mrs. whatever, like we're going to live in this apartment complex and etc. etc. And then they break up, and the woman he ends up with is the original woman he cheated on, but also the woman that put him on.
The woman that she started working at the company 18 years later, and she was the one that saw his card and was like, wow. His wife saw the woman's purse in his car.
But deeper, like
And
from
then
Tyler
was
Perry's
like-
perspective, it's like this woman
wild.
went and did her own thing. Like she probably really liked that guy, right?
With the wife or the
The mistress,
okay,
right?
the mistress.
She probably fucked with him, but he chose Taraji, right? She lived her own life. She became successful in her own right, did everything on her own. She finds him again. This man literally divorces the wife that was with him for 18 plus years to be with her. Like, it's such a
I need to watch this movie again.
complex
Yeah.
film.
Kill you.
I
It's,
for-
but
I
but
think I
to me,
forgot
it's
it,
like,
yeah.
I feel like it's different because Taraji, like some people don't even have passions like that. This woman might have
That's
been
the
driven,
problem.
wants to have a career, whatever. I'm sure Taraji would have been happy being in like he's working, I'm working
Yeah.
a regular job, he's working a regular job, we have our kids, whatever, because she just loves this man.
You have
So
to create
it's
boundaries.
not about, you have to.
You can't
have
be
to.
upset at him because you didn't have your own boundaries.
Yeah, you have to. At some point, it's kind of like you need to know when to walk away.
Yes.
Like it's 18 years, so you're waking up every day. This man's in your garage playing with his toy. Because at this point, I don't know about this device. I don't know about anything.
He just
I don't want
Legos in the garage.
Then he gives her 10 million. Are you joking? I need reparations, 10 million for every year that you did this
Plus
to me.
interest.
Because why are you now going and doing all the things? What makes him evil?
Yeah, that was the worst
Is
of the
like
worst.
you're going and doing all the things you said you were gonna do for me to another woman. Come up with different things.
The
at
yacht,
least.
the
Yeah.
house,
You're right,
everything
you're
to the T.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
that's
going
a
You
good,
know what
on?
even bothers me?
on?
The fact that you said that the person who got him like through the door was the person who
He ended up
Yeah, it's
with.
like, were you even good at what you did, or did she just want you?
Ooh.
Fuck, maybe,
Were you playing with
possibly.
your
Fucking hell.
What you do? Anyways, back to Michelle. Yeah, I think like you have to be able to, Barack was on a mission, and I think she could see that. Whereas like someone like this guy, you need to be able to make a decision early to be like.
Yeah.
But keyword there, boundaries. Like know your
Boundaries,
boundaries,
yeah.
each other's boundaries, and communicate.
Yeah.
Can I play the devil's
Yeah.
advocate though? Because I've spoken to a few people who thought what Michelle did was highly disrespectful to Barack.
That's why that was the next.
Oh,
the
well,
second
that was
part.
I'm so
yeah.
sorry, I'm so
Segue.
No,
sorry.
go. I want you
Great
to talk
segue
about
Well,
it.
it's so crazy to me that people can actually say that what she said was disrespectful, and that like how dare she speak about Barack Obama in such a negative light? Like, who is she without Barack?
Okay.
That's the actual argument.
Michelle.
But it's like it's her marriage.
It's
It's
not even
her
that. Do you think
marriage.
Barack would be Barack if it wasn't Michelle?
Period.
They don't
Do you
believe
think?
that.
Do you think? Do you
That's a
really
very
think
good
that if
question.
someone was holding it down for you the way that they were holding it down for you, you would be able to do all the things that you were able to do, even if you were single or you weren't in a relationship or whatever, you're just living on your own. She held financially. She was what got you through to what you were doing.
Exactly. Well,
So
she
it's
did.
like even like emotional support, someone that's there, someone that believes in you, is like the value of that is incomparable to
Yeah,
what you
yep,
would have
yep,
had
yep.
on your own. So
Facts.
people that are saying that it's her marriage, she's allowed to be unhappy in her marriage.
Exactly. Like,
So
why?
are you
it's
in it?
30 years.
just
You're
real-
telling-
it's
Stop telling black
realistic.
women
yeah,
how to
like
feel.
30 years of
Period.
marriage. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Of course, there's going to be
Exactly.
like trial and tribulations within the marriage. I just think, I don't know what it is. I think it's like the gender war. I don't know what's going on in the, in like it's in 21st
It's also
century.
just-
But it's just a
bizarre.
joke because, like Michelle Obama, are you serious? She's probably the best first lady like
To
in
ever-
history.
Yeah,
To
and the most
ever.
involved, the most knowledgeable. Like, to be honest, I just think that like men should really, like people that think that anyway, I'm assuming it's mainly men that think that, just mind your own business, because really I'm pretty sure she's going to jump on a panel and write a book saying what she wants to say confidently, because Barack understands and knows how she's feeling. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she's the first lady or like whatever, Michelle Obama now is going to jump on and say these things without her man's knowledge of
Yeah,
it,
it's
you
like,
know?
why do
Who
you care?
knows?
She
Why do
cares
you-
more about her marriage than you do.
She
I
has
best
written a
believe.
book,
and
yeah?
she wrote a book. There was her
Yeah.
new book that was like the
A
panel
biography
kind of,
from
yeah.
like beginning
yeah.
to now.
It's just ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it really just jarring because can we name another couple like as inspirational as the Obamas? Like you look at even Jay-Z and Beyonce, not to put like, you know, celebrities in it, but it's like he cheated on her. Like name a couple like Barack and Michelle Obama. There's no one who like we should aspire and look to them and be like, wow, that's positive influence for the black community. And we're going to sit there and be like, well, Michelle Obama should shut the fuck up because her man was the president. You wouldn't be where you are because you know, it's
I think this is what I was saying
wild.
earlier. Like people
Right.
just love policing black women's feelings. So let black women just feel the way we feel. Like let us just live.
literally,
You know
no,
what
you're
I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if I necessarily like want to aspire to like, you know, this. The couple that I don't really know. We don't really know what happens in the background thing, but definitely they're a positive influence for the
positive
black community, and
influence.
just let us have this one, you know.
Yeah, what's wrong with like we're sitting here and then people are watching like think about like pop culture.
Yeah.
Like look at the like
the Krishan Rocks and
yeah,
the
and blue faces. Look at like
Yeah.
Saweetie and Quavo. Like these are things that people are seeing. Why not have an alternative that's better?
Yeah.
Like why even negatively comment on something that really does not need to be like it's
And
such
also,
a good
people don't need someone like Michelle to jump on a platform or write a book about how beautiful her relationship and her marriage is and how there were no issues from start to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Like, people need to hear the truth of what
Real
happened or how she felt. Otherwise,
yeah,
it's like, she's trying to create an impact, right? So it's like, how can you jump on and validate other people or like, you know, expect other people to go through what they're going through and not feel like they can relate to your
That's what I'm
experience.
saying, be
You know,
relatable,
You held
yeah.
it down and
Yeah.
you're saying, look, you know, sometimes if you see like value in your partner, then you should too. But if she went on and was like, Barack and I, we went through, it was so stressful, but the whole time I loved him and blah, blah, blah. I'm so grateful for someone. What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, it's not even, it's not truthful. I think it's like, let people speak their truths. Let us learn from people's experiences. Like, let's understand each other. Like, why is it so, I don't know, it's a very odd.
But I think we have to wrap it up here, guys.
Dum, dum, dum.
It was so nice to have you guys on.
for
I love
having us
this.
on.
There's just like, I feel like we could keep going on and on and on. But
blah.
thank
This
you
is so fun,
guys.
though.
Literally,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. You got insights to my girls and who I'm literally debating with half the time. Like every other time, especially Rita. 3-hour phone calls about like something. So thank you guys for jumping on. It was so nice to finally have you all on. We're going to be going into part 2 next week because there is more to say. So tune in.
Always more.
And yeah, make sure do you guys want to tell people where they can find you on social media?
No, thank you.
No?
But you guys
Okay.
make it.
Yeah, check out my latest single.
Period. We got to
Check out Beva's latest
We
single.
have a singer on
Come
it.
on now.
Beginning.
I know, you should be on. I'm a singer, by the way.
Yeah, okay, you can find me at Lady Brown with an X instead of an O for the brown part. yeah, my latest single, Stay With Me, is out.
Period.
Expect more music in 2023, baby.
Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's good. With Milena,
And you
Milena
can find me on the Milena B1. I'm sure you're gonna do your little.
I'm gonna do my
and,
little like
plug
typing it
every
in
somewhere.
and everything. Yes.
Yeah, and look out for more stuff in 2023. Who knows?
Also, Milena, this is probably
also has
gonna
a-
go live after the event, but yeah, Milena was the girl that was on the live podcast that we had at Reload Festival, so you already know it was a
Shout
vibe.
Thanks for the
It
love.
was fire. I already know. Preemptively, it was fire.
Exactly.
Thanks for the
Vita, are you gonna drop
love,
yourself?
Pardon?
Are you gonna drop anything?
I have nothing to drop. I'm so
Yes, you
sorry.
do.
She's the vibe in herself. So just enjoy this episode because she might be coming on. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Peace.